I can still hear their screams when the wind blows from the forest. It's been 20 years, and the sound hasn't stopped. I was there when it happened, when Obi and Kalu, our strongest warriors, walked into the evil forest to hunt the divine creature. Everyone in the village remembers that day. It changed everything. Back then, I was just a teenager. I used to fetch water for the elders and run messages for the warriors. Obi and Kalu were heroes to me. They were the kind of men everyone wanted to be: strong, brave, respected. They trained together every morning. They even shared one necklace, broken into two halves. They called each other a brother, even though they weren't blood. But you see, that kind of closeness doesn't last when power and love are involved. The king of our village was dying. The land was sick, no rain, no crops, children falling ill. The priest said the gods were angry, and only the divine creature that lived deep inside the evil forest could heal the land. The king promised that whoever brought the creature back alive would marry his daughter, Princess Adanna, and become the new king. That's when the trouble started. Both Obi and Kalu loved the princess. Everyone knew it, even the king. But she seemed to care more for Kalu. He was calm, gentle, the kind of man who helped farmers fix their fences and played with children after training. Obi was different, proud, serious, and always trying to prove he was better. Still, they agreed to go together. They promised to return together. I saw them leave that morning. The sun wasn't even up yet. The whole village came to the square to watch. They carried spears, charms, and small leather bags of food. Before they entered the forest, Kalu turned and shouted, "We go together, we return together." Obi just nodded. That was the last time we saw them alive, or at least, both of them. They were gone for 5 days. On the 6th, Obi came back alone. He looked half dead, covered in mud, eyes red, his clothes torn. But in his hands, he carried something glowing, a small white deer, shining like moonlight. The crowd screamed with joy. The priest said the gods had accepted the offering. The king smiled for the first time in months. Princess Adanna cried tears of relief, until she realized Kalu wasn't there. She ran to Obi and asked, "Where is he? Where is Kalu?" Obi looked down. He didn't make it. The forest took him. The village mourned Kalu for days, but everyone treated Obi like a hero. The king even set a date for the wedding. But something wasn't right. 3 nights before the wedding, I was near the forest edge, checking my traps. That's when I saw it. Obi was there, kneeling in the dirt, shaking. He kept whispering to himself. At first, I thought he was praying, but then I saw the ground beside him glowing faintly. A human hand, dark and stiff, was half buried in the soil. I didn't move. I just watched. Obi was crying now, saying, "Forgive me. I didn't mean to do it. You were supposed to turn back." That's when I understood. He had killed Kalu. I ran back to the village before he saw me. I wanted to tell someone, but who would believe a boy? Obi was the new hero, the future king. The wedding came. The whole village gathered again, drums beating, people laughing, everyone dressed in their best. Princess Adanna wore a crown of coral beads, and Obi sat beside her like a man who had everything. Then the wind changed. It got cold, fast. The firewood in the center of the square went out by itself. The priest started muttering prayers, but the air felt heavy, like the whole world was holding its breath. That's when the divine creature, the white deer, started to glow again. Its voice filled the square. I'll never forget the sound. It wasn't loud, but it carried through everyone's chest. You killed your brother out of envy, it said. The blood you spilled has poisoned the land. People screamed. Obi tried to stand, but his body froze. Blood started dripping from his nose and ears. The king gasped, clutched his chest, and fell dead too. By the time it was over, Obi lay on the ground, eyes open, mouth full of blood. The deer was gone. A few days later, hunters found Kalu's body near the edge of the forest. He had crawled almost all the way home. In his hand, he still held half of that shared necklace. The elders buried both of them side by side. A month later, two trees grew from their graves, one tall and strong, the other bent and leaning toward it. When the wind blows, those trees creak like they're whispering to each other. Some nights, when it's quiet, I swear I can still hear them, two voices in the dark. One says, "Together." And the other answers, "Always." Even now, no one enters that part of the forest. And the land, it never fully healed.